Oh, yes.
Hi,
Have you here?
good morning.
Hi, good morning. And thank you so much to make your time available for this Sunday morning after your hectic schedule. And
No,
you're the first one to come on our Sunday live, so thank you so very much once again.
not at all. Yeah. How are you?
I am absolutely good. How are you? I hope I did not disturb your only peaceful Sunday
No,
sleep.
no Sundays for me.
Okay, I know you travel a lot and you have a very hectic schedule, but thank you so much. I can't have enough gratitude for this. So
No, no, you.
guys, I hope we both are audible so that we know we both are audible. Would you say hi once again to all?
Hi, everybody. You're watching me today with Sneha, who is my coach and
Oh
my
my
ex.
God.
We have had a history, long history. We have worked together for, I think, for a year, and now she is
Yeah, yeah,
helping me
yeah, yeah, yeah.
with my goals and with my whatever that I want to do in my life. Sometimes, you don't have people to talk about things that bother you. So that's Sneha for me. Whenever there's some things that are not going well or I think they're not going in my favor, so changes the narrative to tell me that they are actually in my favor. My heart tells that. So, it's good.
Oh, thank you so much. This wasn't expected, but yes, thank you so much. So, guys, just to set a context, there is a reason that I'm starting this Sunday live. The intent is to reach out to the most number of people, in fact, worldwide, to talk upon the importance of mindset. No, we all know कि लाइफ में अगर कुछ भी हासिल करना है ना, it's all about mindset shift. अगर एक जन कर सकता है तो हम भी कर सकते हैं. बट कई बार हम अपने खुद के गोल्स, अपने खुद के लिमिटिंग बिलीफ से इतने ज्यादा फंस जाते हैं कि हम अपने खुद के पोटेंशियल को नहीं जान पाते. And hence we restrict our goals and we keep procrastinating and we are not able to achieve those. And at times we see that there is a huge impact coming on our mental health because of that. Because either we aren't able to manage our work and family life better, or sometimes we are so overwhelmed with our work that we forget that there is a need of an hour for us to look at ourselves as well, right? And then depression, stress, anxiety, burnout, and पता नहीं वगैरह वगैरह चीजें hit करती है. But we all have a journey, I believe, and this journey is what makes us what we are today. And that's where I've invited Pooja, a fantabulous girl, my dearie, and somebody who has been in corporate for 10 years, and she decided to follow her passion. And today, if you have seen her, you would find her on all the top brands from Nykaa to Canon to Airtel to Fab India, and I don't know what not. Wherever I go and I see her, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Pooja. And that really excites me because she is the dearest of anybody and everybody in my life. So, love you, Pooja. I
Thank you.
would want you to introduce yourself to the audience before we begin.
Yes, guys. So I think people who know me, they do know that I was into corporate for 5 years, and simultaneously I was pursuing modeling as a career. Of course, I always loved doing it, but my primarily focus was to be into advertising. Is something that I really enjoyed since the beginning of my, I think, education as well. I was very much inclined towards advertising, and thing that excited me was uh, media in general. I mean, all kinds of media because it gives people platform to. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it's something which is extremely um, it reaches places. So yeah, I mean, modeling also something that came up to me was no coincidence because I was always. I mean, I think it was very much correlated because the work that I did was also inspiring, as I was always working on the banners, I was always working on the templates which would go live on several mobile apps. So
Yeah.
it came to me in a way that why am I on the screen? So that's how modeling happened, but advertising
Oh,
still
I
remains
see.
passion. And then yeah, I mean, now after COVID I am actually just into modeling since 4 years now, and I thoroughly enjoy whatever that I'm doing, and I feel blessed, and one day at a time. So yeah, that's what I do, that's what I think, and it's a journey. There's still so much to learn, there's still so much to you know pursue, and there's still so much to evolve. So yes, and that's why I'm with Sneha, so that I reach my goals very soon because
You will. You will. You have all the wishes from people coming in, Pooja. So for sure, it's gratitude which makes us grow always in our life, and you've been doing that in and out. So just I really love the point that when you said that when you were making those banners, you saw yourself over there. Why can't I be? Right? There was nothing stopping you. It was just like a childlike thought that why can't I be over there? And I know in media we have those creators and banners and brands. And I remember seeing you on a Canon website for a very long time as a model over there. So yes, you've made your vision achieve because you saw it so clearly and evidently. But going back to your history, Pooja, we all have a journey like we began saying. I would want to understand, or rather, I would want you to share with people how does your life journey has been before you stepped into modeling? What inspired beyond, being on those banners and hoardings? What inspired? What made you think that you should choose this path? And I remember you were juggling jobs when we were there together between corporate and your modeling aspiration. Um, so yes, so what was that defining moment or key decisions that led you where you are today? What are those beliefs, that values that told you, no, Pooja, I have to do it. I have to make this happen.
so um I think with me it's I evidently work on my own instincts, so if I say that I want to do something, I'll make sure that I do it, even if it is um, difficult, or I'll have to chase a lot, or I'll have to give a lot of my time, efforts, or anything, or I just have to go, beyond measures to get whatever that I want. So I'm really stubborn that ways. But with my work, I was really fond of the job that I was, and things start, I can bring a lot more efficiency to the things that I'm doing. I would rather, give or invest my time into something that's more fruitful for me. So
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I think I can do better with modeling because I was not doing that well. I feel that time when I was working, because I always had that pressure. I would go with my laptop to the places I was going for work. So
Yeah.
um,
And I remember covering your all your holidays with these bosses and all the time. Oh no, she's not well, and etc. etc. So if they are listening, please, pardon us for that.
yeah, I mean, anyone would just come and I'm being screwed by my agency who's offering me the job. I'm being screwed by my super boss for telling me not to, why am I not in the office? And then where I'm shooting, people are getting pissed because I'm attending some conference call, which is again important. So it was very pressurizing for me, and I was really young at that time to take so much of.
Hmm.
So I spoke to my mother one day, and she told me that, it was our dream for you to work in best of the companies with greatest of the packages that you have already achieved. So, it's not really important that you want to pursue it further. But yeah. So yeah, that's how it happened. And then I strongly wanted to be and then I moved on from job part, but it taught me a lot. Like, I would rather say that if I did not have that experience of I wouldn't have uh, really, made connections and built relationships with the people that I have today in my industry. Because when I was in corporate, I learned so much how to talk to people, how to convince them, how to pursue them, how to put them, how to be nice to them. So, which is very important. Like,
Yeah,
usually people don't really want to be nice to everyone they meet, right? Unless they have an objective.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. I've seen this. Yeah, I so agree with it. I so agree with it. What you're saying, absolutely.
so that
We kind of
helped me.
empathize people. Sorry, you're
Yeah,
saying
correct.
something.
Yeah, so then when I started when I deep dived into the modeling part, it was really fun, because I would make a lot of new friends every day that I'm going on set. I'm meeting new people every day that I'm going out. They're making different hairstyles, and then when the pictures are publishing, it's so amazing that everybody recognizes you. They send you your pictures telling that how proud they feel of where you've reached. Not my marketing job wasn't any less, because I think for me that was something that I always wanted to do. I always, and I've gotten so much of exposure. I traveled the world because of that, because of the bosses that I had, and because of the work that I did with them. So no complaints. That was the best time of my life. At such a young age, I got to be part of people who do such amazing business, and then
Yeah, I'm so constantly about thanking and gratitude, and that's what built the best of people in their journey. Nobody has ever grown up without the attitude of gratitude. And this is the saying which we always hear. And Pooja, I see that coming out every second in your conversation. You also mentioned about instinct, and the best of leaders, even CEOs, while they have all the data and analytics in hand, there's always a 1% thought which goes back to their instincts or guts. You know why? Because usually our brain absorbs a lot of information subconsciously, and that is connected to our, spine, and which makes, and hence it's connected to our gut. And you would have heard people saying कि यार मेरा गट मान नहीं रहा यार मुझे लग रहा है कुछ तो डाउट है मुझे तो लग रहा है कुछ सही नहीं है and that's what your instinct or gut is all about. So yes, you've been making decisions on your instinct, which means your subconscious is actively working towards your growth and success. Moving forward from here, Pooja, were there any expected detours or obstacles that turned out to be blessings in disguise today for you? Usually, like your
I,
parents said that we wanted you to work in the best of marketing firms with best of packages, and I'm sure you would have got it because in the media industry, you really get good packages, right? If you do good, you really get the best of packages and exposure as well. So, and you could have even excelled there. So what I understand is just not all about money. There would be something which there's certain beliefs, certain environmental values that would have pushed you to take these opportunities which was coming, which could also be sometimes be an obstacle, but you learned it and you nailed it the next moment. So would you like to share something on those lines?
um sorry, so you're talking about the obstacles, right? Like
Yeah,
what I
yes, the challenges which shaped you to what you are today, or the decisions that you made in your life.
um I mean, I actually w- not it's not an obstacle, I would say, but yeah, I actually wanted to go abroad for my further studies. I was very adamant, and I told my parents that I'm going to go to either London or Canada for my further education. But I had a friend in the company that I used to work. So he used to call me Jugnu. He's in Canada right now. So we made a plan that, probably we'll check all the universities out in India, which I think would work in my favor. Or if that doesn't work out, Canada or London is still the option. And I convinced my best friend also from college to, uh, you know, let's go to Canada together. So he had plans ready, but on this, on the other side, I had this plan also going live with another friend of mine, where we were searching for universities in India, where probably it was all it wasn't merit based. We had to give entrances. So I thought maybe let's just give the entrance and see
Hmm.
where we go. So I gave the entrances. I cracked. It was one of the best colleges that I wanted to study into. So yeah, and then Canada never happened, and so yeah, I mean, if I had been in Canada, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. So yeah, I mean, that was a blessing in disguise. But I would still,
Wow.
yeah,
Don't you think it's very similar to जो हमारे oldies कहते थे जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता
yeah,
है and
correct.
and you just happen to realize much later कि yes यार so good it didn't happen. I wouldn't have been here otherwise.
Yeah, but you know
And
what?
because
My best friend went to Canada alone. He still has a lot about that.
oh, I mean that's a good
Good fun,
complaint.
but
It's fine. Yeah, I'm sure. So
so
I
maybe
would
I
want
study something else probably once
yes.
I have things. Is yeah.
Yeah, I always believe learning never ends. It's a never ending thing because there's so much out there in the know and absorb. And what's meant to be for you will any which way follow your journey. Yes. Okay. So I have another question for you, Pooja. What was the hardest lesson you have learned and how did it shape your mindset today?
Not to
Just before you answer. Sorry. I can't hear
not
you.
not to trust anybody.
Uh,
I was
okay, so before we begin,
yeah, sorry.
no, no worries. So before I would want you to answer this question. The reason this question is coming up is we, like I said, we all have journey, and what we were 5 years, 10 years back, we are not the same person today, and we won't be the same person even maybe 1 year down the line, or 5 year down the line, or 10 year down the line. If I'm sure you would agree to this. So, what are those beliefs that has changed you? What are those situations that has made you to be you today? And it's been serving you right now, but that time it was a real difficult one, and but you were able to come out of it and make you the strongest person today that you are. Because I know coming from Delhi, settling in Bombay, and I know having a bigger house, handling all the expenses, and yet, being so successful in what you are and aspiring to be an actress, going towards that journey, it's not a cakewalk. And people will only see what you there on the face in terms of camera and on those hoardings, but people don't see the journey. I want people to know the journey. The reason is because people should know or people should get inspired, understand that these journeys or these obstacles are there to shape you. So if you have a goal, be clear about it and use those obstacles as a, stepping stone rather than stumbling stone. So yes, over to you there.
No, you're absolutely right. I think it's you know there's this saying goes by, journey is more important than destination. Yeah. So actually, the journey is fun. When you see, like, I maybe I was crying for things that happened to me a couple of years ago, and today when I look back and I see that the person that I've become, it feels amazing. But you become more aware. When you become more aware, you become lone wolf. You become the tiger. You don't need anybody. But sometimes you feel that yeah, someone should be there. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter to me. Honestly, there are days when it does, but otherwise I'm all cool because I have my things set. I have got such amazing friends who tell me that I'm a tiger. So it doesn't matter, honestly.
Mm.
But coming back to the question, I feel that I was naive enough that I would believe in people. I still do because I think believing is a good it's a good habit. You shouldn't be always too much pressure on other person by being judgmental of what they say. Maybe they mean it, sometimes they don't mean it. But yeah, I don't trust that easily that I used to. Uh, I would say probably a couple of years ago. I don't believe in people, I don't believe in, I don't believe in their words. I believe in actions, of course. If you're telling me that you can do something for the universe, not me, for anybody, or you're doing something, or you're saying something, it should have some relevance and some meaning. Actually mean it, which a lot of people don't, because they have their own you know ways of dealing with people. But yeah, that's not how I work. That's not how my uh, that's not the person that I am. I would always believe in being honest and more authentic self, because that's what makes me sleep peacefully in the night. So yes, I don't believe in people anymore. I believe in them,
So,
but I
so
don't
what I understand here.
trust.
So, so what I understand is that, see, like, of course, everybody has a journey, and your journey taught you to believe in the action what people are doing rather than words, right? People can faff, but not react upon it. And what I also hear from a lot of your conversation, that empathy, action, acting upon it, like you have acted upon it to be here, to give out to the world your wisdom, your experience, so that they can learn from you. So yes, in this journey, empathy and believing in action, what people say, is two core values which I see, which is coming very closely in your all the conversation, and you also vision where you want to be next. So these are great things that is coming, and people who are here must note this, that if you want to be an be a model or be anything in your life, you need to empathize people, and that is really unconsciously, or the way it has been taught when you're working under somebody. Because there you actually are there to, make things together, build things together, and which I see lacking lot many times when it comes to entrepreneurs. They don't empathize. Empathy is highly missing in a lot of entrepreneurs. I don't say everyone, but a lot of entrepreneurs, because they're always, around proving either themselves the best or the right, or they hold grudges. Unlike coming from the experience that you and I commonly come from, there are politics even in corporates and things like that. But empathy is something we really learn because we want to support each other. Also, when it comes to not only in terms of career progress, but when it comes to mental progress as well, because the kind of pressure we see in corporate these days, and especially the recent news of this girl, Anna from Ernst and Young, who gave her life because of the pressure and the stress that she went through during her journey of being at Ernst and Young. So, what would you like to talk about it? Because we all understand this journey of being a model also drives you crazy. And if I'm right, please let me know. If I'm wrong, please let me know, that there is no schedules like 9 से 5 की नौकरी थी और घर आ गए, ऐसा तो है नहीं. You have to be constantly on the move, running, pressure to be better than the other, because you're in a game to win, right? To be better and better, the better the next time from what you are today, and also in comparison with other people, your peers, and what you're aspiring. So how do you handle the entire if you face that stress at times or burnout at times, how do you handle it, and how do you really overcome and come back the next day? What do you do about
Um,
it?
I, I think for me, now, I think since always my work has been my topmost priority, and I've been working for about 9 years now in of all the careers that I've had. So my parents are quite used to, and you're more very close to your family, obviously, and I'm the youngest child and most pampered, loved by everybody. So for me now, it doesn't matter what people think, that if I'm not available, I don't have time. It's just me and my work. So I've come to that point of settlement that it doesn't matter if anybody wants to be with me or no, because for me, my work will always stay my topmost priority, and I respect myself for that, because I don't anything without my work, you know. So people can adjust, you know, if I'm not attending somebody's wedding, or if I'm not going for a birthday, or if I'm not available for, of course, but I make sure that when someone's having a tough time, I'm always, you know, I make sure that I take myself, take some time out for them, so that, you know, if any of my friends. So yeah, that's what matters to me. If somebody's happy, I feel that there'll be a lot more, you know, joy in that happiness. But otherwise, for me, work is extremely important, and nobody anything without their work. Of course, relations matter, people matter, but work is something that should always be the top game for all of us. I don't know how true it is, but for me it is. And it's
Yes,
not
yes.
tough.
So,
See, what you
yeah,
love is never tough. I love what I do. I'm extremely in love with my work. I've always been, and I think I'll always be. So
wow.
then comes the
Wow, wow, wow. So beautifully put, Pooja. I know what you're telling me is that when you love something, then you don't get those Monday blues. And for sure, the stress, depression, anxiety, burnouts doesn't happen at all. Right?
Yeah, I mean, because nobody is, maybe because I feel that it's a privilege, and I've been, you know, full of luck that I got to be in the professions which I extremely admired, or you know, which were also, you know, it has a lot of motivation, uh, by you know, by any means, like money for that matter. You know, when I was in marketing, I used to do a lot of numbers for my company. Maybe the money was not coming into my bank account, but it was a, you know, success for me. You know,
Yes,
whatever the numbers that
yes,
I would take up
yes.
till night, I was handling international clients. So it did not bother me at all what I was doing. Of course, some people
Right.
work, you know, we are in this game for money and fame. People accept that. So some people want fame, some people want
Beautiful.
money. Fame.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Pooja. Very well put up because, usually I also face this question that, uh, how do you manage so many things? Your work, your child, your home, your parents, and everything. Now, I love doing what I do, but at the same time, which actually doesn't make me tired, I do take breaks because I know it's time to take a break. But like you said, people will understand. If they know your priorities, they value what you do for them, they will understand and they will accept you. So you need to have the right people in life.
Correct.
You really need to have right people
Absolutely.
in life because many times I'm not even available for my daughter, but I see to it when I'm back home, I give my 100%. And that's been my journey for like many, many years because when I used to work, I used to travel in India and internationally. And when I used to come back, even the 10 minutes break, if I used to usually choose to be work from home so that, I can see her when she's back from school, even if I'm working. And even that 10-minute break, I used to spend that time with her because people, it's not about the amount of time that matters, it's quality of time. And at the right time, if you're there for them, they will not have complaints with you and they will not, come in your way of career or your growth. So, guys, please choose your environment which involves your people wisely because if you're ambitious and you have a goal and you want to really achieve something, having the right people in place because there's nothing called as multitasking, that's just a myth. You can only be one place 100% and give your best, and the next place where you're give your best over there. So again, what I learned from Pooja here is empathy, be action oriented, and whatever you do, do it with full love. So the stress and Monday blues and Wednesday blues and Friday, thank God it's Friday will never hit because every day is going to be like your Sunday because you're going to enjoy that.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah,
But no,
so
I
this
have. I come to you
good.
for those. So yeah, we
So
all
yeah, but
some mentor, somebody to coach you to be in the right direction. So that's what
yes,
this chat is also about. You know,
yes.
Instagram life is quite dreamy for all of us, and wasn't easy easy, you know. When I was in office, I used to deal with a lot of bullshit. Then
Hmm.
when I was in college, I had a lot of time when I was not happy. Even when I was in, I'm modeling, sometimes I'm, you know, very, like, you know, it, it takes that shine away from you. People take that shine away from you for whatever reason it may be. So you need to keep that shine alive, and you need to have somebody who can tell you that you're bigger than anything that, you
Yes.
know, kills
Yes.
your mood, kills your shine, or whatsoever.
It's life, right? And I'm so happy that you're transparently putting this because people should know life is not only what it looks like on the screen. The real and real is way too different, way too different. And accepting it and letting the world know is also a big courage because people usually shy away saying that, there are sad days. People do shy away. And sometimes people even tell me, "अरे तू तो coach है ना देखो कैसे you know how to work on mindset." Come on, I'm also human. You have to empathize people. That's what is important.
Yeah,
Yes, I do have my
yeah,
ways to come out of those movement very quickly. Uh, but yes, I think that's where you started saying empathy. Empathy is so important because when you understand others, you will never have those rude passing comments coming out. You'll be there to hold each other's hand and grow together in the journey. Yeah,
absolutely.
so so beautiful, Pooja. So much beautiful, and thank you. So I have few more questions. How do you stay grounded and authentically while pursuing your ambitions and goals? Because usually
I think
people get this air, and I've seen it. I've seen it. Forget about being in the media industry. Media did still give you a bit of air because you're there on the TV and on brands and so on. But people, when they start achieving something in their life, they forget their grounds, their roots, and they forget being what they were actually were, and their attitude changes completely. So what do you tell yourself constantly, or what do you believe, and why you believe being grounded is important? Because I I never felt that I'm talking to Pooja, a model. I always feel that I'm talking to another Ziva, and I keep telling you that. So people who know Ziva would know what who
very
she is
that
and
thought.
what. So yes, please.
I think it's a no secret with me. Basically, I feel um, people who know me, they know that, you know, I believe a lot in. I'm a very spiritual person. I'll just say that, and I go to the temple whenever I get time. Usually, on I've got set days that I'm going. Probably Saturday, Monday, and Tuesdays are my favorite. Saturdays, I mean, all days are my favorite. All gods are my. So I'm sure that, you know, whenever I'm getting time, I go to the temple. It's not that I go for any I don't know. I just go because I feel good, and I make sure that people who are around me, they're also. I make sure that this thing stays very contagious. They all get influenced by me. You know, they start going to the temple, and yeah, and then they see that, you know, okay, things are
Yeah, yeah,
working out in
especially
their
when
favor.
this, yeah, especially
It works
when
meant.
this, yeah, it does, right? This faith in having in some power, whether it's God, Devi, Allah, आप जिनको भी बात करो, if you believe in somebody, the higher power is always there. Especially in this era when AI is taken over and all their answers are coming just on the top of a, enter button.
Yeah,
Now you don't even have to do Google search because, or any search engine rather, because still don't have to go and search the best article and the best answer. Things like Chat GPT is giving answer for everything. And the kind of turmoil this Gen Z, Gen Alpha is facing, I think faith is something they should at least believe because the spiritual journey is something which means a lot when you're in those turmoils where you don't know what to do. And just sitting out there calmly and believing and trusting that higher power puts you so much at ease and gives you so many answers that you would have never wondered about.
absolutely, absolutely. Very nicely said. Yeah, so this is what I do, and I think the whole world should do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, what advice would you give to someone who feels stuck and unsure of how to improve themselves?
I don't know. I mean, it works for me. I don't know if it works for others also. I try being alone. I listen to myself. I talk to myself. I talk to myself a lot. Sometimes I have a habit of shutting down people. I don't isolate myself, but yeah, I give myself that break. I give myself that time to where I can motivate myself, and I can listen to
Hmm.
the problems that are there in my side,
Hmm.
you know and what's
Hmm.
bothering me and what plan of action should be, why things are not going in favor, what mistakes that I'm, making, and I make sure that doesn't happen again. Or yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, not being around people who don't give you the right energy, of course, important in today's time. We
Hmm.
try
Hmm.
nice to
Hmm.
people, not nice to us, and then we keep on, hurting our own feelings. So not by not doing that, and yeah, of course, being alone is the greatest gift that you can give to yourself
Oh my
once in a
God.
while.
Oh my God. Yes, yes. I can't agree more on this. I can't agree more. So please continue. Yes.
Yeah, so I stay with myself for about, I think I this the max that I've done is for 7 days when I've not stepped out, I've not spoken to anybody. Of course, with my mom, dad, because you can't escape parents. So yes, the rest of the world I've said bye bye to. And I keep doing that. I think once in a month I do it. Maybe for lesser days, sometimes when my schedule is not very, uh,
Hmm.
I mean, it's okay. So I give myself
Hmm.
that time.
Yeah. So beautifully said that,
So if you
yeah. Sorry, you're saying something.
no, so if you feel stuck, I think you should sit down, talk to yourself, and you know the answers. But you would still want
Hmm.
somebody else to tell you. So you should have one person or two people, whoever you think is,
Yes.
you feel comfortable with, or your coach to talk to share to, so that that validation is extremely important also,
Hmm.
because it matters when people tell you that you're the best, you're good, and we all should tell more often to people that they're doing really well in their life, because they actually are. They just need somebody to tell them.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, superb. I cannot, clap. I cannot stop clapping for this thing
Ah,
because it's true. People do need validation. Sometimes people need validation within, some people need validation outside. So there's no harm saying somebody that, you've done a good job. Rather than looking at what wrong they have done, we can always look at what best they have done. And, just a small piece of appreciation will go a long way for that particular person. And you will not lose anything. It's such a free gift, right?
yeah, 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 absolutely. And it
Mm.
stays with people, it
Yeah.
stays with them. So it
Yes.
imprints in their mind that, okay, maybe if that person who they probably look up to has
Yes.
told them something meaningful, and so it
Yes.
stays with them, and it's basically a part of motivating others. So yeah, that's how it should be. We should always give people the due credit.
So true.
And we're doing,
I also,
like, you're doing such a great job by helping people, set their minds into the rightest of directions. Sometimes people feel lost, and it's not a big deal to be lost. Also, it's not a big deal in today's time. But yeah,
yeah,
accepting you're lost and
yeah.
you need somebody to tell you, because all the time family can never be there, because sometimes we hide it from our families also, because we feel that probably they'll not feel very comfortable or they'll get upset. And I think in today's time families don't even care, because they have their own businesses going on with chachi, mami, whatever. uh,
Yeah, yeah.
fam-
Everyone have their own life, and we cannot be so much demanding from them because we have chosen our journey, right? So, yes.
but
So very well agree, rather than complaints, rather than blaming, it's good to have this two key things that you mentioned, Pooja. One is giving yourself the company, not looking out for a world that is not called loneliness. It's actually called loving your own company. The moment you start enjoying your own company, I think you're the most at peace. Most at peace.
solitude, Buddha behind you. I,
Yeah, bilkul, bilkul. So I usually have this conversation with my friends that, and I tell them that, I don't need many people around me. मैं अकेले भी बहुत खुश रहती हूँ. And just like you, I go often, when my phones are switched off for like 3 to 4 days at a stretch, and I am out there without phone, doing my spiritual, following my spiritual path, doing my self-reflection, because that gives you so many answers. That gives you so many answers. And it's all about asking the right question. Because, आंसर तो हर कोई दे सकता है, बट सही सवाल का सही जवाब आपका सबकॉन्शियस तभी देगा जब आप उसे एक्चुअली में वो सही सवाल पूछोगे.
yeah,
And I think self-reflection is where it should begin. And any of us, all of us, should take a moment out there, at least once a quarter if possible. Go off for a day. Go switch off your phone. Don't even read a book because where I go, we are not even allowed to read a book. It's like just be with yourself and do nothing. Just be with yourself. And then, after half a day passes, you start to observe the leaf around you, the air, the experience of air that, the birds in the sky, the ant moving on the ground, and the food that you're eating. I realize that food has so much of life. And that's how even I quit when I used to eat non-veg. One of such event where I would not say event, but one of those retreat where I had been, or the spiritual break I had been, we were asked to just look at one bean for almost an hour. And when I started to look at that bean, initially it was looking very funny to me, and what am I doing? This is so stupid, and etc., etc., etc. Eventually, I started to feel that this bean is actually the life which is going to go within me, and I'm going to be part of, not sorry, me, that bean is going to be part of me. It has so much
correct.
story, so much love, and so much life in it. बट आजकल हम खाना कैसे खाते हैं हमें पता भी नहीं होता. Oh, I'm eating, I'm talking, I'm chatting, I'm working, and we have just eaten our food. We don't even realize. We don't give those respect to the food that we're eating, and we expect to be healthy. With the energy that you're eating, how will you stay healthy? And
True.
your mind and body is connected. How will your mind be healthy? So moving from here, Pooja, few things that you really very well mentioned, the self-reflection, the alone time. I absolutely loved it. And the third is to again give due credit to people. So people do make note of it because these are some really important things that a lot of leaders follow. They do take a break. They go on a self-reflection journey, and this self-reflection give them a lot of answers to what they want to really do next, where they went wrong, what they could improve, and how could they improve. So,
Absolutely.
thank you, Pooja. One last question is what drives you to keep improving even after achieving success?
I mean, see, there's a I mean, what is the definition of success? I mean, you are human. We are greedy human beings. There's one.
I like how you're putting it. Yes, please go on.
I still go home. My parents think that I'm 15 years old. Somebody has come. What will you have? What do you want to eat? What do you want to drink? So I mean, you feel the same all the time. That's how you know that you've got too much. And I think with me, I want to, for me, success will be the legacy. I want my coming generations to have a lot of fun. I want them to endure the legacy. I want to give them everything that exists in this universe. And I want to start it me. Firstly, I want to give it to myself and then my coming generations. Yeah, so
Hmm.
that would be success. If you're asking me what would
Wow.
that's for me. Otherwise, every day, I'm always, I mean, at success, very lucky with God's grace. But yeah, that will be the actual success for me. Otherwise, every day is amazing. You're learning, you're growing. There's so much to do in this world. There's so much to learn. I want to do so many things. I can't even tell you. I want to be a pilot. I want to do this, that. So I have so many things. So yeah,
So, sorry, I have got one more question now because when you mentioned something about success, and thing that you mentioned about success is more about the experience. So how do you differentiate your goal versus success? Achieving your goal versus success.
Um, I mean, success. See, being successful um it's not. I mean, it totally depends. You know how you perceive it. So for me, being successful is, I mean, having things that you really want in your life, or I mean, I don't know. I don't really see that success thing does. I mean, this word is not very, very much used in my mind. I just want to do a lot of things, and one by one, I'm just, pursuing, following my dreams that I really, see that I can do. And of course, I pick things that I feel that I can be good at. So that's what I do. I mean, success also comes when, you pick things that you probably can be good at. I see a lot of people. I'm not ranting, or I'm not just saying. I'm saying that a lot of times people want to do something that, maybe um, um, maybe they can achieve it, but it will take a lot of time. So likewise, I'm very smart at filtering out things where I know that okay, I can be easily successful in those things. So yeah, like that.
Yeah, yeah. I absolutely know that.
I'm a smart worker, but of course I put a lot of hard work. But other than that, success for me is, it's 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 a never ending game.
Good, good, good. So if I would have to ask you a simple thing, do you feel that you're successful today?
I mean, see, I am at a place in my life where, without having anybody's, I mean, I've done everything on my own. I would just say that. So if people want to be like me, so it's achievable, So it is a success. I mean,
Yes, yes, it's a success. It is indeed a success because goals can keep changing. But the definition of success, that's what I was coming at, Pooja, that people in the rat race sometimes they fall into, or sometimes that craziness that they get into of achieving a certain target, that they forget that every single day that they have come, the long way, that the journey that they had, come in, and today where they are itself is a success. And they need
yeah,
to appreciate and pat their back saying that yes मैं यहाँ तक पहुंच गया या yes मैं यहाँ तक पहुंची हूँ अपने बलबूते पे पहुंची हूँ किसी के सपोर्ट से पहुंची that doesn't matter but you were able to. A lot of people are not able to, but just mere thought what if.
yeah,
So taking an action and reaching till here is enough of a success. Yes, your goals can be greedy enough, and you should be greedy enough. You should be hungry enough because you have the potential to be hungry enough. And you should keep changing your goals so that you can achieve those success definition, whichever stands for you.
yeah.
But
So it's fun.
yes,
Life is full of surprises. And the more you're greedy of chasing your dreams, the more you get to know about the world. The sad part is a lot of people don't even know the things that exist in this world. So if they don't know, how will they look for it? How will they chase for it? So, it's the best thing. That's the beauty of it. When I want something, I always, talk to people. They tell me something more beautiful, and I wonder I did not even know of something like that existed, and now I want that. So
yes,
but it's
yes,
fun.
yes, yes.
Fun.
So true,
Not
so true.
not confident in whatever that I've had or I'm having right now or I will have tomorrow. But it's fun to know that there are so many things in the world, and we need to move.
There is yes, and there is a saying which says that you are some total of five people, the closest five people you be with.
Yeah,
So
correct.
if we reflect on that, we should always be in a company of people who are better than us in whatever measurement is your better is. Be better than us so that you can learn from them, you can understand their values, belief system, and be in their company to adapt new things and have new visions for yourself, new goals for yourself.
Of course.
Yes.
And in such places there is less of insecurities. It's a very positive environment because the person who's giving you also knows that you're not a taker, you're just learning from them, and they have their own things going on in the world that they don't even care what you're taking from them, even if it's just their thoughts. They
Yeah.
want to chart. They People who are successful, they want other people to be successful.
Yeah.
This is how the game works. Big minds, big energy.
Yeah, wow. What a line. Big minds, big energy. I'm going to make a note of it because I loved it. I loved it. That's a great belief to have. It's a great belief to have. So
uh,
if you want to have a bigger energy, have big minds or be in a company of big minds, guys. Okay, so guys, any question and answer before we wrap up this in next 6 minutes max? So any question and answer, we are here to, answer you.
I
I mean,
have
any
a
questions, we are here to answer you. Sorry. Pooja, I
que-
couldn't hear you.
question for Sneha.
No, no, we all are here to answer. In fact, people can also have their answers coming in based on the questions because, like I said, everyone has a journey. We're here to inspire each other.
Of course. And talk about things, which bothers us, which we want,
Yeah,
probably don't share with everybody. So there should be somebody
yeah,
that we can share things with. It can be anything,
yeah,
work. I talk mostly about work. It can be any random thing. Probably a fight with your neighbor, or probably a fight with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatsoever.
yeah. Or a stress at work, or a daunting boss.
Yeah.
Could be anything. So please, guys, if you have any questions, do share, do ask. And we are here. We all are here. Oh, I think we've answered it all beforehand. There's no question coming in. Yes,
Well,
so thank you, Pooja, once
session.
again. Thank you so much for being here just on one call. It means a lot because the journey has just begun, and we welcome a lot many people to come on board with us to inspire others what they can do, what they can achieve, because we're all simple people. We're all coming from, a regular life, and we're here to build a community or rather build a ecosystem that if one can achieve it, then you can also achieve it. You can also make it happen.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes. So guys, keep following this and we'll try our best to come every Sunday with one of the best minds on the ground so that we can help you to grow and get better. And lot many things coming up. I'm also coming up with my own program, which is I think the date that we have signed up is 19th of October. So yes, please be there and we look forward to having all of you in this journey on growth mindset. Thank you.
Sneha,
I'm
I
gonna
would
have
like,
a picture. I'm gonna take a picture.
yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye, all of you.
Bye bye. See you. Thank you, Sneha.
Thank you.